totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judge is going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Saturday. Is he?
You fucking rat. Lovely. Love a bit of Tony here. He's going to do worse than Kovalev. That's a good one, isn't Andy? Ahead of the Cleverly rematch.
Yeah. Yeah, Christ, man, that was one of the worst, shittiest... That was the time I had Eddie on at the time, and that one of the worst, shittiest pay-per-views ever.
Lads, please, to the listeners who didn't know us before, because this goes back to... This predates me even being on the pod, but if you can go back and find the pay-per-view of Andy hosting the fucking post-fight pod for Cleverly Bellew too, man, it's fucking brilliant. He's fucking fuming.
I was also half jaked.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You gotta go back and check that one out to the listeners. Fucking classic.
That's back when I was an angry dude.
You're more mellow now, Andy.
I know.
Yeah, he's all mellow now. What's up with him?
I know. I can't go mental these days. I end up waking up the kids and stuff, you know. But no, it's just I remember the time we got money justifying the fight being pay-per-view. It doesn't happen without it being pay-per-view and all that sort of stuff. Scott Quigg, I remember being on it was a new fight, a Japanese guy. That was shit. I forget who else was on the card, but the whole I think the entire fight card ended up going the distance. I'm sure. Somebody check that out for me. I'm pretty certain that's right.
I was at another card that night in Belfast, and they streamed it on big screen.
Oh, it was visual awful stuff, like the worst ever.
I think that was one of the ones they caught me for as well. I think I might have paid for that for a fight party like that. And Harrison Hay. Fucking hell, man. I got sold, didn't I? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Ricky Gravel was asking about the other one, the Terminator Bellew theme. I can't play that because of copyright. That's been played on about 150 videos, and I keep getting copyright tagged for it. So I've had to go back and trim them all out. So I have to play this one because there's no copyright issues. But the Terminator or the Cannibal Holocaust and all that stuff, it gets flagged straight away. There's like a strike or like a mark or whatever against it. So yeah, can't play them.
Fuck it. That was one of the highlights. The old Bellew of the Week team tune, like doo-doo-doo.
It was a cracker. No, it was Belter. Play it if I could. Anyway, Bellew of the Week.
I was trying to mention that you know that long word, that train station, that long fucking word.
I'll have to try and cut the music out the background maybe and just have the words or something. I don't know, but yeah, you can't play the tunes, Andy, unfortunately.
Remember he called us out on the IFL. Well, we asked Coogan to go and ask him a fair play, but I went and asked him, and it just lit the fuse. And next minute, there's a big article in Bleacher Report about Tony Bellew calling us out and stuff, and it was fucking tremendous.
You see you lot, right? You see you lot. I get more views with a fart.
With a fart. If I'm on the SAS show, I get more views. If I'm on Catchphrase, I get more views. If I'm down opening a supermarket, I get more views.
I talk. What is it? You talk, I do. Your podcast's not worth a carrot.
So you talk about what the fuck it is I do.
That's right.
So the next time you do what I fucking do at a top level, then you can fucking talk about it. Until then, you can fuck off.
Is that a quote from Bellew or the players in the Premier League talking about him?
Exactly, yeah.
I couldn't put on that scouse. I just can't be doing with it. You fuck.
Oh dear. Good stuff. Yeah. Ricky Gravel enjoying it there, all the boys. Ronnie Hussain, friend of the pod. Shout out to Ronnie. Let's go to Bellew of the Weeks anyway. Episode 385. This is going to be a difficult one to cut now. Okay, Jamie Coleman, first nomination. Nomination for Eddie Epstein, telling everyone he's thinking outside the box with Matchroom Square Garden. He copied Dana White and the UFC's model. Bellew of the week, says Jamie. David has nominated Matchroom Boxing and Kane Baker. They're up to something before the Akib Fiaz fight. This is a good one for you, Rob. David Almonds nominated Ryan Garcia. I work out to sad music. I don't know why, but it makes me use the pain I've felt and use it to go even harder.
I'm nominated that one at all. Like, I fucking saw his timeline, man. I went through his timeline last week. I think I put it in the chat. Man, someone should just do what they did with Scotty Parker when Fuller went up and put fucking read out all Ryan Garcia's tweets over some really sad music. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. His timeline is a mess, man. Like, reminds me of all the tough times they went through and really spurs me on if I train to sad music. What the fuck? Who talks like that? Like, could you imagine Marvin Hagler saying that? Like, fucking hell. Oh, that's the new generation. I do think he's a good fighter. I said it before, but fucking hell, somebody just, you know what he said? He said yesterday, I'm just looking at it now, I'm feeling 22. Well, I've used for your pal, it gets worse.
Rob, are you trying to say that Marvin Hagler didn't get up in the morning, put on the army boots and the rucksack and get the headphones in and listen to a bit of Chris de Burgh?
Yeah, he's running down the beach going, if you leave me now.
Oh dear. Ryan Garcia on the list. He might be on other lists. Who knows? Let's move on. Rich193 has nominated Jamie Moore, talking about the firework factory explosion in Beirut. No chance that's fireworks. That's nuclear, says Jamie. Getting started. I don't know what it was, Andy, but it didn't look like somewhere you wanted to be anyway.
Look, hi, exactly. Look, I didn't want to take the piss here, but fuck that shit. I mean, I've seen the video of the guy in the harbour just driving along in his speedboat. The fucking thing goes up. It does look like a nuclear explosion, like. But I'm not saying that I'm the bastion of knowledge and truth on this, by the way. But it's not a fucking nuclear bomb, by fuck me, Jesus Christ! You see the video? There's actually there was like a segment. The actual port has been blown completely out of the fucking place, filled with water. There's a cruise ship that got fucking blown over as well. What a fucking mess!
Well, if anyone would know about ballistics, it would be Jamie Moore. So maybe we should trust his opinion a little bit more.
the Tony Bellew on about the fucking the estates of Liverpool, you know, talks death and all the places.
The bomber up to no tricks. SS Dev 67 has nominated Anthony Fowler. One of the security guards who works for Matchroom took me to the side today and told me how Supreme CBD has helped his wife so much. Said she hasn't stood up straight, pain-free for years, but now is walking fine. Some people take the piss with the CBD, which is fine, but... And then he got cut off in his prime. So Fowler's getting taken to one side by security guards here. And CBD patting him back.
What did he say? It does wonders for his missus or something, does he?
Yeah, something like that.
Get him to send a box to me, will you? Do it to wonders for fucking mine. Fucking hell, man, I'm painting all day. Fuck's sake.
Stephen Hatton has nominated Ryan Story. Talking about the Williams Eubank Jr. fight. Steffi Ball's been nominated here for tweeting offences. Porky Rush, shout out to Porky. I haven't seen him in the chat tonight. Steffi Ball admitting he's ran Terry Harper's account since she turned pro. All the conversations between Steffi account and Ray Doyle, Anthony Tomlinson, all fake. Tesco Joe admitting he's run Terry's account basically.
Doing an Eddie. Evening Ed. Sticking on him for the best.
Andy Ruiz set for talks with WBA regular champion Manuel Char. This is upsetting news for us, Andy. What's going to happen to Frez now if Andy Ruiz is fighting for the WBA regular title?
I don't know, back to court. I mean, he's undefeated there, I suppose. I just can't believe... Why did they just not pay him off? Just to go away? I mean, he's still in the top 15, I think, WBA. Just pay him off.
They tried, didn't they? They tried to pay him off. Ames did a good video, actually. Check out Take Ames' channel. He interviewed Frez, and he did like an hour or so with him. He was on with us, wasn't he? I think they tried to get rid of him, but maybe Frez didn't accept it. I can't remember the ins and outs.
I mean, somewhere, somehow down the line, they're going to, if he's refusing to take the money and he's refusing to retire and go away, they're going to have to do something. They're going to create a title for him, maybe the gold one. I'm not
Why don't
sure.
they? Why don't they just give him the gold title and be done with it?
Okendo's going to be like 80 years old, still lobbying for his shot at the belt against like these 25-year-olds.
He might come back and knock somebody out, you know. It happened! It happened!
Oh, no.
I can't believe it.
Man, that the night that happens, we'll boxing be like a big watery fart round in the back of your leg. By the way, that is when you know you've reached rock bottom.
We'll have to quit, Andy, man. That's a pod quitter.
That is, man. The thing is, can you imagine if it's the only fight that weekend, right? And it's the only time we've got to talk about. And we've got the good. Oh no, I couldn't do it, man. It's just like really got to sit and watch that. Man, I end up fucking, my dog will end up having to fucking go to the vet for a broken arse tail because I end up kicking up in the fucking hallway. Get the fucking road, you be shite. Oh.
Take Aim says that there's news coming this week from Fres, so we'll be looking forward to that. Philip Walcock has nominated Zabist. White beats Fury in 4 rounds. That's why Fury won't fight him. Don't at me. So we all made sure we atted him straight after that just to annoy him. Steffi Ball being nominated again for tweeting offences. Will 4 fight camps be... Sorry, I had a question from Porky. I forgot to throw that in. Paul Raftery. I would like to nominate Adam Smith, head of boxing at Sky, as the cheap crap fireworks went off in Essex and the camera panned to London. Invisible utter darkness, Sweet Caroline was painfully played out. It's just good to hear it again. Adam grins, proclaiming... Fuck. No, it fucking isn't, Adam. Bean's been on rare form, Andy.
Did anybody see the tweet I retweeted the other day about the guy who was singing? He was singing. He's at the Liverpool pub singing the Sweet Caroline on the guitar, and that. This drunk guy just walks past the camera, and he appears off the wings and just fucking trips the boy up, almost tombstones on. Fucks off.
We've all felt like that at one stage.
Oh, what? I wish that was Eddie Hearn at the time. It was getting fucking tombstone. That was fucking tremendous stuff. But Bean, I kind of comment. I did, as I says, I was very limited to what I watched on Sky. But Matchroom Square Garden. We'll just reiterate that. What a cunt.
Apparently, Bean came off with this, Andy.
Bean! Would have been, could have been, should have been, never been. Baked bean, creepy bean, beanie, Rumpelstiltskin. We're on to you.
No hiding for Bean.
No. Run a beans to as well. That's one you could run in the back of your leg. I'm talking about, all that shitey fucking stuff.
Paul Raftery is also nominated Joe Gallagher on his boxing social video, taking the security man's temperature. Trading Leather Boxing has also nominated Joe Gallagher and his stable on the Smith brothers, all crying tonight, yet there was no tears when Crawler got handed a win before he retired, or when Ryder wasn't given a fair score. Hashtag tears for Joe. Another nomination from Coney for Joe Gallagher. Can someone put up the official scorecards, please? At WBC Boxing, IBO Boxing, Matchroom, hashtag rematch. Joseph Ajayo, THD, PhD, he's been going off on one this week. They're trying to keep him quiet. I won't keep quiet, says Joseph. He said, I have spoken to Queen Elizabeth on many occasions, basically to leave Yoruba alone. If you don't want a perilous end, Prince Andrew is connected with Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Charles's complicity in Princess Diana's death and Prince Harry's disobedience. Basically, back off, says Joseph. He has a direct line to the palace, so we don't want to mess with him.
This reminds me of CJ from the forum.
Did he know Jimmy Savile, though? Do you know him?
He's one of your own. Jimmy Savile.
He's one of your own. He's one of our own.
Oh dear. Joseph on fine form. A blonde bomber, Ebony Bridges. Might have to get off the Ebony Bridges train at this rate. She says, so UK fight fans, I'm getting into football, soccer. I'm going to buy jerseys for Everton, Liverpool, Man City and Man United. Is it fine if I support all 4 teams? More chance of winning, I'll support each team equally. What do you think? And Bryce at Abu Returned nominated the blonde bomber. I think after she got £500 for her socks. She's trying to milk it now. Stephen Hatton has nominated Peter James Morrison. This is an aggressive and composed as I've ever seen Anthony Fowler. Looks like Larry Holmes with the jab. Hashtag Fight Camp 2. Hashtag Fight Camp. Hashtag Fowler Harper. What do you think about that then, Rob? Anthony Fowler looking like Larry Holmes with the jab. More like Eamon Holmes.
Eamon Holmes. Fucking Jesus, man.
That's a bad one, isn't it?
Oh fucking hell.
Right,
Larry Holmes, man. Anthony Fowler and Larry Holmes in the same sentence. There's something you didn't hear every day. Who said that, by the way?
That was. Let me just bring it back up
What
again.
was the comment?
Peter James Morrison. This is as aggressive and composed as I've seen Anthony Fowler. Looks like Larry Holmes with the jab.
Larry David, baby.
Right, Andy, any from you? I know we were going in on Errol Spence's knockers earlier.
Yeah, Errol Spence titties, man. I mean, it's just it's going to be seen to be believed. But I wish I could find the tweet, and I can't find the tweet right. But there was a comment made, and it was tremendous. The guy tweeted out with a picture that says, "I used to wank the titties like these." Jesus Christ, look at them. He's got
I thought he was setting up a fucking OnlyFans when I saw it. I know what the fuck is going on.
Sweating and all that sort of. He's got his high heel boots on and all that sort of something.
He's definitely got fucking CTE from the crash, man, hasn't he? Didn't the coyote bite him on the leg last week? He was out running around and he tweeted a video saying that a wild coyote had bit him on the calf. Well, they'll kind of do that. I don't know what the fuck your problem is. Like, you're either speeding in a Ferrari on the way home from a nightclub full of alcohol at 2 o'clock in the morning, or you're off chasing wild coyotes like the fucking Roadrunner. What's the matter with you, man? Get in the fucking gym, will you? Cop yourself on and get yourself a good sports bra.
Well, I tell you what, but look at the titties, man. He needs to get in the gym pretty sharpish and get that shit sorted out, because that gyno just isn't fucking sitting well.
Isn't that a big sign, so they say, the big nips, like, isn't that a sign of steroid abuse?
No, I heard that too.
Yeah. Not saying that he has been or anything, but draw your own conclusions.
I think they call it gyno. Is it gynomastic or something like that? I forget.
That's the condition. But like, he's in fight shape. He looks all right. Like, they're big and all, but they're not like that. Like, I don't know what the. It's like, I saw the clip and Madonna's song Vogue just started playing in my head.
What do you think, hey, to Dave? Give us a nip rating.
Well, what Rob said there
it's
about
a good move for
the Coyote and the Roadrunner, that stuck out to me, because I wouldn't be surprised if Errol Spence was secretly a Looney Tunes character. You know, they like fall off cliffs, they survive. How else the hell did he survive that car crash? At the end of his career, a little circle's going to close around. He's going to say, that's all, folks.
It'll just be Porky Russ, it won't be Porky Pig.
in his pal Colin.
Oh, Colin, friggin' hell, no, don't go down that road again, right? Any others, Andy? Any other nominations?
Aye, so Jorge Linares just throwing some shade, mostly on Ryan Garcia, but also Devin Haney. He says, I've always felt it's much better to be quiet and just let your fighting do all the talking for you. So just because we're all locked down doesn't mean we have to feel quarantined and resort to fighting online. I've been training hard. I don't waste my time with tweets and stuff. I understand that fighters like Ryan Garcia and like Devin Haney have to have this online presence. They would rather fight on Twitter and Instagram rather than the ring. Where are they right now, though? Where is Ryan Garcia right now? He's still playing games online while I'm hard work training for a real fight in the ring. And next minute, Jorge gets fucking COVID, so his fight's off now. So it's him fucked. So Baby Garcia gets some shade there. And apparently, I want to throw Ryan Garcia in here as well. I've seen something going through the week there. He'd actually phoned AB for some advice. Fuck knows what advice he's looking for. Maybe love advice. But that career's going right off the rails if he's turning to AB baby for some advice. Just listen to the Reynosos and Canelo and stay the fuck out of. Just stay off Instagram and all that sort of stuff.
How do you fill out the child support form? He could probably help with stuff like that.
Yeah, what Robert Easter thinks about this.
Oh yeah.
So, and I think that's it actually. As I said, I wasn't keeping up to date Bean last night, so I didn't know if he came out with anything outrageous, but
just the usual cliched shit, man.
Yeah,
a bit like us every Sunday.
True. But at the end of the day, I mean, fucking hell, it's been tough going these last few weeks now with the real action to talk about, you know. Yeah. We're in a big fight. Lomachenko. Why? Can we throw in Paulie as well for getting the bullet at Showtime? Mm-hmm. That's no for his comments really. I think that's just the straw that broke the camel's back really.
Been brewing, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's all stemmed off his. Do you remember the Cyrus FM interview he gave about Wilder after the Fury rematch? And that he was quite scared, and he was saying like Wilder, felt himself with yes men running about him and stuff, and wouldn't accept any criticisms or constructive criticism, so to speak. And there was talk about Wilder trying to get Paulie removed for one of the broadcasts, I'm sure. I don't know if
do you remember that, actually?
So I think, and then the thing is, they've waited 4 months with it. I'm sure that these comments were made 4 months ago, and then they've used them. The second part of it was probably borderline. Like he's kind of fucked himself by saying like there's along the lines like there's no racism or something like that. I can't mind the exact quote in that, but
he said systemic racism is not a real thing, and then he went on a rant. But like, there's a couple of nuances to this. They could have got Paulie out of there 4 to 5 months ago for the way he's been behaving since this McGregor spar.
He's spitting people's faces and stuff like that as well.
Spitting in people's faces, spitting on buses. He's accused McGregor of being gay on numerous IFL videos. Like he's like, this guy wants to suck my cock. He wants to suck my cock. There's no other explanation. It's just the guy wants to suck my cock. Like wild shit, like crazy shit he's been saying. He could have been sacked for any of that shit. So why they waited till now to get him, I don't know. Maybe they want to get him in the background. Then you got you got Wilder fucking wanting to get him out because he correctly called the fight. Like whatever way you break this down, it's the boxing fans who lose out if Malignaggi gets the sack, because on the microphone currently on active cards calling, he's the best one to break down the fight as it's happening, without a doubt. Scientifically, strategically, whatever way you want to call it, he calls it honestly all the time, and as well as that, he's always on the money about what's actually going on in the ring, and that's a kind of a lost art in boxing. He was one of the first really great ones at it in the modern era, like, and he's a big loss. It's a fucking huge loss, but again, he's his own worst enemy because he cannot shut the fuck up, does not have enough self-awareness to know that if he'd have just reined it in, he wouldn't have got the fucking sack. Like, you cannot say, if you're in corporate America and they're writing the checks, like, that means you can't say what you want. It's just the fucking deal that you've done. So, like I said, the boxing fans lose out, but Malignaggi, they were just waiting to get rid of him, man, and he hasn't helped himself at all, in fairness to him. Like,
the real Bellew of the week is that they replaced him with Abner Mares.
Woggle eye.
Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? That
fucking woggle eye.
Yeah, he's terrible, him. Right, so Peter James Morrison, a good one for Fowler, Holmes, Blonde Bomber throwing one in. Joseph Ajayo, I liked that one too. A few for Joe Gallagher. Any from you, Hater Dave Lowback?
Yeah, I've just got one, and I don't even know their name. The mysterious member of Canelo's team who said that, Terry Harper was the fighter to watch.
That was Headache came out with that shit.
Well, she is, isn't she, after the weekend, Dave? Great fighter.
Yeah, let's see her against Obernoff. See how many times she gets dropped before the towel gets thrown in.
Yeah, let's see her against Obernoff again. Yeah, like that one behind closed doors if you want to.
She should have said, I will do worse than Obernoff. I will do worse than Obernoff.
Pretty hard to do that.
Rob, any from you?
No, but did I tell you? I might have told you this one before. Andy saying about Abner Mares has me rolling, like, because when we were kids, my cousin, his family moved to Australia. And when he came back to Wexford, like, his eye was a bit turned, like, right? I don't know, like, obviously, like, we hadn't seen him since he was a kid, but he had a turned eye, like, he came back, his eye was a bit woggle-eyed, like, Andy said. And one of the lads used to call him Crooked Eye Dundee because he had an Australian accent. Every time I see him, he's a grown man with a child. Every time I see him, I say it's fucking Crooked Eye Dundee to me.
I'll give you one. There was a kid we were at school where he had a neck injury. He used to go about with a halo on, right? He had it on for about 9 months and stuff. And we used to call him fucking Brass Neck. Right? see, to this day, he still gets called Brass Neck. Oh, you Brass Neck, it couldn't you? Oh, fucking brilliant.
On this theme, I'll throw one in finally as well. There used to be a guy who used to come in the library, and we always used to catch him watching porn on the laptop, and we found out that his name was Christian, so we coined him Porn Again Christian.
Joe, that's been funny, man.
Oh, there you go, boy. It's not really boxing, but we're talking shite. Anyway, I don't know who I'm going to go for, Andy. Persuade me. Sell me.
I'm gonna go for Errol Spence for the titties, man. I mean, and if anybody can find the guy who came out with that comment that I used to wank to titties like that, I want to give that a retweet. It was fucking tremendous.
Rob, who are you going for? Excuse me.
It's gotta be Spence, man. Just for that picture and the fact that he was off getting like live Instagram and that a coyote was after biting him on the leg. Why is nothing is being made of this? Like, his fucking behaviour is mental. What the fuck is he doing out with wild coyotes where they might be? Go run on the road, Errol. Like, we go off to the desert where the coyotes are. Like, when you're on one with his big mad hair and all. Like, who's he fighting? He's made a fight against fucking Danny Garcia, isn't he? Like, this is 2020, man. Danny Garcia, fucking hell. Like, I know he's come through a fucking plate glass window and all that. Like, but that's just shocking. Like, that is, isn't it? But, yeah, Errol Spence, man. Errol can get it this week. Big week for Errol. I'm more of an arse man myself, like, to be honest with you. But look, fair play to him.
You haven't seen his arse yet, Rob. But that'll be next week's Instagram. Ryan Garcia is a good one for me. I like Dr. Joseph Ajayo as well, but I think it's got to be Errol Spence. Who are you going for? Hey, to Dave.
I was going to go for Peter James Morrison, the genius who had Anthony Fowler and Larry Holmes sharing a jab. But Errol Spence is a worthy winner.
Well done, Errol. Episode 385.